Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Frequencies below 20 Hz are called infrasound, while those above 20,000 Hz are referred to as ultrasound. The lower and upper limits of hearing vary by species. Some of the larger animal people co-inhabitants, such as elephant, hippo, whale, and octopus people, communicate using infrasound. Please continue watching to find out about the effects of excessive noise on ecosystems and their resident organisms.
Forget about heaven and earth. If you create war, you'll inherit the hell.
Hola, queridos televidentes. That means hello, cherished viewers in Spanish. Please allow me to introduce myself. I am Alberto, a vegan scientist from the Green Iguana Kingdom. The animal people and humans of beautiful El Salvador pray that you will be blessed by the providence and respond with love in any situation. Welcome to our show, exploring the unseen dangers of noise pollution. Do you remember being under lockdown in March and April 2020 due to the COVID-19 pandemic? Did you notice that the air was cleaner and the environment seemed more peaceful? Could you hear more of nature sounds and see more animal people than usual? If so, you were not alone. Many scientists observed the changes as well. Some of them coined the term anthropause to refer to a period of reduced human activity. When travel was restricted and millions of people stayed at home, nature appeared to respond, especially in urban areas. In June of that year, an article in Nature Ecology and Evolution mentioned sightings of pumas in downtown Santiago, Chile, of dolphins in untypically calm waters in the harbor of Trieste, Italy, and jackals in broad daylight in urban parks in Tel Aviv, Israel. Researchers proposed that animal people in the oceans also behaved differently following reductions in maritime traffic and noise levels. Indeed, seismologists found that the Earth's vibrations decreased by 50% during the anthropause. This finding exposed a global issue that warrants our attention. Noise pollution, by definition, consists of unwanted and disturbing sounds that may negatively impact the quality of life. Common sources include railroads, automobiles, aircraft, shipping, amplified music, construction sites, factories, and power plants. In other words, human activity. Before discussing the effects on other life forms, let's look at what humans have done to themselves. As early as 2007, the scientific journal Environmental Health Perspectives published research that showed long-term exposure to traffic noise may account for approximately 3% of coronary heart disease deaths, or about 210,000 deaths in Europe each year. Noise pollution also causes hearing loss, high blood pressure, sleep disturbances, and stress. Furthermore, the World Health Organization has warned that continual exposure to noise can impair a child's development and affect their academic performance later in life. Let's see if we can have a deeper understanding of the physics involved. Sounds are vibrations that spread through a medium such as air or water as an acoustic wave. When the oscillations reach a receiver, their intensity is perceived as loudness that can be measured in decibels. A typical human conversation takes place between 60 and 65 decibels, and most people are comfortable with this volume level. However, louder sounds can be harmful if prolonged. For example, congested city traffic at 85 decibels, motorized lawnmowers at 90 decibels, and underground rapid transit between 90 and 115 decibels. Also, blaring rock concerts can reach 120 decibels, and fireworks displays max out at about 145 decibels. But power is not the only aspect of sound we need to consider. The vibrations that we hear as sound also have a frequency. The speed of the oscillations, commonly referred to as pitch, is measured in cycles per second, and the units are called hertz. Not all beings are sensitive to the same frequencies. Humans can hear sounds from 20 Hz up to about 20,000 Hz. Although as people get older, they often lose the ability to catch the high end of the spectrum. Frequencies below 20 Hz are called infrasound, while those above 20,000 Hz are referred to as ultrasound. The lower and upper limits of hearing vary by species. Some of my larger fellow co-inhabitants, such as elephant, hippo, whale, and octopus people, communicate using infrasound. Much of the noise pollution produced by humans is below 20 Hz, so even though they don't hear it, it is disturbing to many animal people. On the other hand, the world's most popular furry companions, dog and cat people, are very sensitive to ultrasound. If you have such a four-legged friend, you've probably observed how anxious they become during fireworks. Now you know why.
What I'm trying to achieve is to make people aware that their consumption choices have effects on everything, not just on themselves, but also on the animals and on the planet. Mark Pierschel, vegan.
Let's take a moment to do an exercise. Please close your eyes and listen to the world around you, then seek refuge within the serenity of your heart. We'll be right back after a constructive message, so please stay with us here on Supreme Master Television. Welcome back to our program, The Unseen Dangers of Noise Pollution on Supreme Master Television. There is conclusive evidence from a study published in 2021 that human-made noise can impact animal people's daily activities. Associate Professor Christopher Templeton at Pacific University, Oregon, USA, headed a team focused on zebra finch people and found that traffic sounds negatively affected their ability to find food. You may be surprised to learn that the difference in efficiency was almost 50%. The noise must be very distracting to them. What's more, the researchers concluded that the experimental results are likely to apply to other wildlife species. Most animal people produce sounds for communication. You may sometimes wonder what we are trying to convey. Cat people will purr when they feel comfortable. Gorilla people will happily hum while enjoying good food. And bullfrog people will croak loudly with the hope of attracting a sweetheart. even though we do not hear many sounds coming from elephant people, that doesn't mean they are not communicating with each other. In truth, their family and friends can listen to them from many kilometers away, but they communicate using infrasound, so the frequencies are too low for us to hear. Of course, bird people generally use calls to maintain relationships, while males will sing songs to claim territory or find a partner. Aside from using sound to express themselves, some animal people use it to see in the dark. This technique is called echolocation, and it's used extensively by bat, dolphin, and whale people. By emitting a sound and then listening to its reflection, they can know the distance, direction, speed, size, and density of objects around them. Since animal people depend on sound for so many different things in their lives, it's easy to understand how noise pollution would negatively affect their well-being. Studies have found that some bird people try to adapt by singing louder at higher frequencies in noisy cities. But the idea that our co-inhabitants can overcome extraneous noise by simply adjusting their behavior does not address other, more serious repercussions. Dr. Robert Guralnick, a biologist who curates biodiversity data at the Florida Museum of Natural History in the US, has studied the effects of constant noise on bird people. He says it causes them to be very anxious because they can't hear the sounds that are meaningful to them. For example, if a mother cannot tell if it is safe to go and find food for her young, she may continue to guard them, even though they are hungry. Just as with humans, this kind of perpetual stress takes its toll on an avian parent's health. Moreover, the high intensity of some sounds produced by humans frightens animal people and can even cause them to abandon their natural habitat. There is a domino effect on the environment when this happens, impacting both flora and fauna. An ecosystem is damaged when it loses organisms that contribute to its balance through pollination, seed dispersal, and other activities. According to Dr. Guralnick, noise pollution reduces animal habitat and directly influences their fitness and ultimately their numbers. By doing so, it makes it harder for animals to survive. An especially alarming instance of noise pollution occurs underwater during a seismic survey. An energy company searching for petroleum or natural gas deposits will initiate a sequence of compressed air blasts from a ship into the deep ocean and analyze the sounds reflected by the seabed. These explosive events can be devastating for animal people who live in the water and use sound in their everyday lives for communication and navigation. Scientists suspect that seismic surveys impair the hearing of cetacean characters, which may explain the stranding of thousands of whale and dolphin people on beaches every year. The Natural Resources Defense Council, or NRDC, in the US states that for marine life, reflection seismology is like a bomb repeatedly going off in their home every 10 seconds, a home they can't flee. Despite the fact that noise pollution is invisible, it has tangible and harmful consequences. So what can you do? You can help raise awareness. Whenever the opportunity arises, point out the sources and the effects of disturbing sounds on animal, people, and humans. Also, please choose the quietest means of transport available, and whenever possible, plant more trees because they absorb sound vibrations and thus reduce noise. There is a famous proverb that applies in this case. In Spanish, it's La unión hace la fuerza. It means there is strength in numbers. When we come together in unity, we can achieve anything.
Be a vegan or face the hostility of the whole creation.
Tender-hearted viewers, thank you for spending time with us today. Up next is Two Friends Part 8 of 10 on Between Master and Disciples, right after Noteworthy News. May your life be beautified with pure thoughts and selfless actions.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/AW.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule et suprememastertv.com/AW.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule y suprememastertv.com/AW.
Acara kami menyediakan banyak bahasa. Silakan lihat suprememastertv.com/schedule dan suprememastertv.com/AW.